What do I believe in my channel? I believe in freedom of expression, artistry, but I also believe in respect. Um, but I also believe in I also believe in the insanity. I believe in the art of insanity. I believe in the art of, you know, your condition, your psychological condition. I believe in expression, but when people want to express things on my channel, it's a little bit different than them expressing it on their channel. And so, and you get into a lot of different stuff, and I don't know. Sometimes it seems like people are roasting people, and then sometimes it seems like they're just infringing. And so it's infringe culture, you know? Because if you can diss someone, then you destroy them, right? If you can make yourself look better than them, oh, you destroy them. So, it's whatever. It's cool. But I mean, I just like, I know there's a lot of people that would probably, you know, I don't know. I'm in a really, I'm kind of in a, a spot with what I let people say and what they should be able to say and what shit I want to take from them when I don't even know people, but I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to be cool. Like I believe in freedom of expression and art and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? I also believe in I believe in a lot of things. I believe people should be able to be comfortable. Like I believe I should be comfortable on my channel no matter what's going on, you know? Whether I'm on a live stream or off a stream, um, you know, I just believe that I should be comfortable on my own channel no matter what, even though there's a lot of people that'll try to bully you and different shit like that. To me, it's all bullshit, you know? I just, there's a lot of things that you could say about people on your channel talking shit, and sometimes they're roasting you, sometimes they're, it's whatever. I think it's all just bullshit, and you know, I don't really, and then sometimes people try to give you advice or they have something to say or whatever. It's like, yeah, okay. I'm a grown man. I don't really need anybody's input, but if you want to give me input, that's cool. But I don't like to discount people because they can be useful. They can have things to say. They can have things like people can have very enlightening opinions and have things to say that are very, people can have angles. They can have angles. So I don't like to discount people, but a lot of the time it's like the things that people have to say to me, it's not that I don't care or, whatever, but it's like if you're trying to attack me, you're trying to attack me. And so it's just like, I don't care though. Like, go ahead. Like whatever. I don't know what's going on. Like, it's weird. Because like people, typically have something going on with them, and then, they're like brainwashed to like, talk shit to people online and all this. And so for me, I'm just like, it's whatever. Like, I don't know what your deal is. I don't know if you're drunk or you just this is what you like doing. You know, this is what makes you feel good or whatever. So I just don't care. I never cared. Sometimes I would pretend like I'd care just to make a video, just to be dramatic, just to like use something and just like experiment with it, play around with it. But I never care, about the darkness of the internet or like, just a lot of that shit that goes on that just never seems to stop, and it's just like this nonstop fucking tape just playing, and it's all good. And a lot of it's like I'm supposed to uphold some kind of image. I'm supposed to, act a certain way. I'm supposed to behave a certain way. I react certain ways. I have typical behavior, and that makes me, and I think a lot of people like to see your typical behavior because they like to see you struggle. They like to see you be a human being because people come online and they try to, pursue their fantasies. They try to pursue their dreams, and other people just like it's their dream to see your dream, take a fall. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that's kind of overcomplicating things. It's really like getting into it probably a little bit too much, but at the same time, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I like to keep it cool. I don't like to take shit from anyone, and it's all good. Like 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 I can get crazy if I want to, but I don't have to. But on the other hand, it's probably better just to chill and just, take things as they come and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Um, on the other hand, um, it's all good. I'm trying to make shit that, people want to watch. I'm trying to do things, there's just a million things I can do. And just because you don't get a lot of views on one video, you have no idea, like things can change. Like if more people see the video and it's times change, people change, you know? And I don't know. So I just believe I believe in going beyond a lot of the bullshit too. Going on beyond the bullshit and doing things that are really, you know, like really like actually writing stuff. Because a lot of people, they're not writers. They don't their talents are pretty much limited. And part of it, some people are just lazy, and then some people just they never learn certain things, so they're never able to do those certain things. So I can just learn everything. I soak everything up. But for me, it's about what I want to put my energy into. And so for me, I'm really starting to see that as a director, you know, you really I don't know. There's downfalls to being a director and trying to organize the entire thing, and you're trying to do a specific thing, you know what I'm saying? I think I need to look at the camera and smile more when I'm talking, you know? Yeah. Kind of look away and just kind of, you know, probably not good. Uh but yeah, that's what I guess I'm just going into stuff that people I don't know. Depends on who watches this, but I make an ice cream video and I get 400,000 views and I'm just looking at ice cream. And so you get into all this technical stuff with writing and all this bullshit. And it's like, well, I don't know. That's kind of a unique situation. I had no idea it was going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen in the future. It could get like 50 million views. I don't fucking know. Maybe that's just the start. I have no idea what's going on right now. But I would just like to talk about a little bit what I believe, and I'm very aware of what I do. Um, but I can become very unfocused and unorganized, and that's part of my art, and that's part of who I am. But at the same time, I do want to be organized. But being unorganized and being a little bit insane can be very helpful. People like that stuff, and there's a lot of people on YouTube that are so clean cut. So if you really look at that, I think that you can be either too clean cut and it's way too organized and way too like, "Ugh, this is what I'm gonna do and this is the result I'm gonna do," because you don't have any room to play around, right? Like you're not really doing anything outside the norm, so you're not really gonna get any results outside the norm. But there's the risk factor that comes into play. So people that are more wild or crazy can can have unpredictable outcomes, and then people that sort of stick to the grid. It really depends on what grid you're sticking to, too. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff that goes into that. Like, what kind of stuff are you doing, and how much work are you putting into it? You know, is it something that people really want to watch? Because sometimes you put in effort, and it's like, oh shit. So for me, I feel like taking something all the way can be simple or very different when you're trying to get a specific result. Like when you're trying to get like a really high end result, that can it depends on what you're doing, really. You gotta the writing too. Like your character has to have depth. Like your character has to have an amount of relatability that's going to make a statement. You know, your character has to make a statement because that's all they do in movies. Like the entire thing is putting different characters against each other and to see how it would play out, and then kinda, you know what I'm saying? That's the whole idea of it. That's all it really is, so you just find controversial characters and just so really, I believe that, like, you know, for me to be one way and be another way, it's completely fine because 'cause I'm just portraying controversy on my channel, but different channels, you know, they scream controversy at each other and they kind of bounce off each other, I think. But so I believe kind of in my you know I believe in myself and I believe in what I'm doing, and I believe that people can have a number of opinions that are just trying to infringe on you, and I don't know, I think a lot of different things. Like sometimes I think I just don't give a shit. I don't care what anyone thinks. I don't need to have a conversation. I don't need to, have a logical breakdown of why I'm so amazing or anything, or why I deserve to be a fucking star, or why I deserve your attention. All that shit. It's just like I do art, poetry, acting, and and I've been doing it a long time. I'm a writer. I do all sorts of shit, animating. So for me to even talk serious in a video like this, like, oh, I should be funny. I should be funny.